Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
From the Daily Oz, Emma Gillespie is here.
Good morning. Well, what a time. What a time. Peter Costello, who apparently was working at Channel 9, for those of us who missed it, has resigned as chairman of Nine Entertainment Media Company after a very awkward, public, viral moment where he pushed, allegedly, a journalist down the stairs at Canberra Airport.
Was he down the stairs?
Yeah, he fell back down the stairs. I don't know if you guys have seen this video. It's a bit difficult to watch. It's shocking. There's this guy from The Australian. His name's Liam Mendes. He's at Canberra Airport and Costello pushes him. Well, he rejects that idea, but this guy goes back down these stairs. It's really intense. Costello said immediately after, I walked past him, he walked back into a placard and he fell over. I did not strike him. If he's upset about it, I'm sorry, but he made no effort to help him, to see if he was okay or to ask if he was all right. It was really awkward, this vision. Now, in case you missed it, Peter Costello, who, yes, the guy who was the treasurer of the country from 96 to 2007 in the Howard years, he became the Nine chairman 11 years ago. There was this big scandal over the kind of reaction, the fallout to this video. He had doubled down and said, you know, it was rubbish that it was going to impact his career. But then, lo and behold, over the weekend, we got a statement. He has indeed resigned. He's a very long statement saying that after nearly 11 years on the board of Nine Entertainment, more than 8 years as chair, he was going to retire soon, but he's brought that forward and he'd informed the board that he'll be pulling forward the timing and standing down as chair, resigning as director, effective immediately.
Wow.
Well, the reason that journalist was asking him very valid questions about the governance of Channel 9 in light of things that have happened in their newsroom and allegedly $1 million payout to the head of the news department, and he'd left under a cloud of suspicion and accusations from women about his bullying and maybe some sexual advances, allegedly. So the questions that were being put to Mr. Costello were absolutely valid to put to a chairman of that organisation. But it's long been said that Peter Costello, even when as a politician, doesn't like journalists. And even in his resignation announcement, he said, don't bother camping outside my house. Like, hey, this isn't a news story. You're head of a news organisation. We know how news works. It's okay.
Yeah. And he's just said some young reporter tits over ass down the back of the stairs at Canberra Airport. But it is interesting, the timing. It comes at a sort of time when newsrooms, commercial or otherwise, you know, we see what's happening at the ABC, really are under a microscope. Channel 7, in light of all the Bruce Lerman revelations and what happened with the producers of the Spotlight program. Now, Robert Avadia, one of their most senior reporters, he's under investigation over all these alleged assault claims. The ABC dealing with the fallout from the Antoinette Lattouf stuff. You know, it's a really interesting time in these big newsrooms.
And the Laura Tingle stuff. She said, not in her ABC capacity, but at a writer's function, she said Australia was a racist country. And she's been vilified because as someone from the ABC, she's not allowed apparently to have an opinion.
Yeah,
but I don't agree with her.
I tend to.
Whether or not you agree with her, I think is a separate issue to whether or not she deserves to be effectively cancelled for sharing an option.
Well, we are a free country. We are a free country.
Yeah, and it's
but apparently as an ABC personality, news person, not allowed to have an opinion even when she's not in her capacity as a newsreader or as a commentator. But is it a lucrative, with Peter Costello's position on the board, is that lucrative? Like, is that, he would have wanted to hold on to that? How much do you get a year for being on a chair
I'm sure
board
he
like
was
that?
making an eye-watering amount of money, and it would be lucrative for him to stick around a little bit longer, but I'm sure there would have been some kind of an arrangement, a deal. He won't be walking away empty-handed or out of pocket, you would think.
I should be on a board. I think that'd be a good gig because what do you do? Like, really, what do these guys do?
Well, see, this is the thing. They're supposed to be in charge of the governance. And
they don't
that's
seem to
when
do anything.
They haven't been. No, that's right. They haven't been. And that's why all those questions that were being put to him were extremely valid.
I think they're good at delegating, passing the buck, wearing nice suits.
I could do that.
I think you could too.
Eating little sandwiches at meetings.
Put that on your LinkedIn.
I'm going straight down to Kelly Country after the show.
Get a new suit.
Get myself a suit. And that's what I'm going to do.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Check her out at the Daily Oz.